Greetings, friends. I'm with my grandpa, Robert, and I want to get your thoughts on the moon.
What type, what kind of thoughts?
Well, I want to know what you think about the moon landing. The moon landing.
Moon landing?
Yes.
Who?
Well, the Americans. They said that they went to the moon in the late 60s and the early 1970s. Do you remember that?
No.
They said they went to the moon. They said they sent men to the moon.
I don't know anything about it.
They said, you know the moon in the sky? The moon in the sky at night. You know the moon?
Yeah, I know.
Can we go there?
Huh?
Is that possible to send a human being there?
Well, there are no people on the moon.
No, there's no people on the moon now, but they say that they sent men to the moon a long time ago, 50 years ago.
Not me.
Not you. The government, NASA. They say they sent men to the moon. 1969, 1970, 71, 72.
So what does...
Is it real? I'm asking you, is it real? Did that really happen, or are they lying?
I don't know.
I think they're lying. What do you think?
Who is saying this?
The US government.
What, Canadian government?
Well, the American government, but other governments, the media, the universities.
They say that they had sent men
To the moon.
to the moon. When?
50 years ago.
50?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it possible to go to the moon?
I just don't know.
Is the moon a planet?
First time I hear this.
Is the moon a... What is the moon? What is it?
Moon is another planet.
What's a planet?
Planet Earth moving around.
Moving around what? The sun?
Yeah,
Well, how do you know it goes around the sun?
I don't know. I'm being...
How do you know the sun doesn't go around the earth?
Because the sun is much larger than Earth.
How do you know it's much larger than Earth?
Well, because I read. Well, haven't you followed sort of?
Yeah, that's what the culture says. They teach us these things, yeah. But the culture is often wrong about things. How do you know that the Earth is a planet?
Say that again.
You believe the Earth is round, like a ball.
What?
The Earth.
Well, that's been proven.
Maybe it's been
People
proven.
have been traveling around.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. I don't know whether the Earth is round or not quite round. Maybe some other shape. I don't know.
Well,
you know, some people believe the Earth is flat.
Well, it is sufficiently round.
Some people believe that the Earth is flat, like a disc. There's many people who believe that.
No,
You don't believe that.
no.
Why not?
Because it's not natural. It will not form.
What's not natural?
This is a natural form.
Why is that? Why is this a natural form? Why?
Because of the magnetism of Earth.
The magnetism of Earth. Interesting. Why? But how can you know for sure? How do you actually know that the Earth is not
Yeah, but what...
some other shape?
oh,
How do you know?
what do you want to
I'm questioning.
prove?
Well, I wanted to know whether you believe we went to the moon, but you don't have any thoughts on that. So I'm asking you about
So
planets.
if it would be possible that the Earth is not flat.
Yeah, is that possible?
Well, no.
Why not?
Well, I would have to go. I wouldn't be able to, using my poor English.
No, your English is fine.
I wouldn't be able to explain.
Your English is okay, but you're
Well,
getting old, so it's
look,
difficult.
look,
but I want to know.
Look, there's no
Well, can you give me one reason
there's
why?
no question. It's proven or obvious that the Earth is round
How was it proven though?
every day
How? Every day. How?
because you've been traveling.
Yes, I have been traveling, but what's that got to do with the Earth being round?
Well, come on now. That's such an essential. You don't have to be educated to have to accept this and believe it, that the Earth is round.
Well, you do.
So
you
don't-
probably do have to be educated to accept that.
Huh?
You
Why
probably do need to be educated to accept that, because otherwise it doesn't appear to me that the Earth is either flat or round. I don't know. I can think that maybe it is round, because there are some things that I've seen
Yeah.
that might suggest that it's round,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I can't really tell with any certainty.
Well, because we are not specialists, we are not science. I mean, that is proven without any question that the Earth is round. Every natural unit is round.
Every natural unit is round?
Yeah.
What do you mean, every natural unit?
Well, every planet that we know on the Earth, the Zweigens,
The moon?
Huh?
The moon?
The moon,
Mars?
the Mars,
Venus?
and the whatever, everything that is in the Earth.
But maybe the scientists got it wrong.
No, that is the round objects now.
But maybe it appears round to some. Maybe the scientists are mistaken.
Say again.
Maybe the scientists are incorrect. Maybe they got it wrong. Or maybe they have some other reason for
So
not telling the truth.
What do you?
No, I'm asking you why.
What do you think is not round?
I don't know what the Earth is round, but I don't see why it's proven. I could see some evidence for it, but I could see maybe other evidence that it's not round.
No, I don't.
But they say that they have spaceships going, satellites going around the Earth, around the Earth satellite. You know what that is?
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know. But it's so small number of people we have to rely on to tell us these things. And they're military.
But what difference does it make then for you, for me? We believe in Earth, how it is, and it becomes known, or just you can every day you go out and feel it's round.
Every day you go out and feel that the Earth is round. How?
Well,
I don't think that doesn't seem obvious to me.
well,
I don't go out and experience the roundness of the Earth.
the laws of nature proven that you don't ever try.
We don't encounter anything round in nature practically.
Don't try to question.
But Grandpa, maybe the Earth is round. I'm not saying it's not round. But what in nature do we encounter which is so round? Like the Earth is like the Earth is not perfectly round, but the way they show is that it's almost perfectly round. But what in nature do we encounter that looks like that? Almost nothing. Unless it's man-made objects.
All natural laws prove it, that everything in the sky which is formed naturally.
Everything in the sky
is round.
Well, planets. Well, okay. Well, but these are these are abstractions.
Then you see, also the fact you don't search for answer, that would be spending your time, that all the objects of units moving in the sky, they are round. I think that's been proven without any...
How has it been proven?
I don't know how, but it's...
well, maybe they got it wrong.
Huh?
Maybe they got it wrong.
No.
Well, did they believe that 500 years ago?
Why?
Maybe they did actually.
Why?
Did they believe that 1,000 years ago?
Well, because it's against the laws. All practice.
But maybe the laws are not what you think they are. Maybe the laws are not fully understood.
Well...
what is gravity?
You can ask maybe.
What is gravity? What is gravity?
Gravity is attraction of earthly objects.
Earthly objects. Attraction of earthly objects.
Like other earth and so on. You are questioning things which would have been answered and explained and accepted as a first-class in first-class school. They will know, and
but they didn't explain it though.
And they will know that they are right, you know.
But I don't think they actually gave a good explanation.
All evidence that we know of prove that the Earth is round, and whatever else.
Maybe the Earth is round, maybe not. I don't think we really can say. But I'm asking you about gravity. What is gravity? You said it's the attraction of earthly objects.
Yeah.
And in space too.
Well.
That's what. But what is gravity? Like, what is causing it? What is causing the attraction?
Well, our Earth is. Don't doubt that the Earth is not round.
I don't care about the round question right now. I'm asking you about gravity. Why things fall? When you drop something and it falls. I take this piece of paper. I hold it. I drop it. It falls.
Yeah.
Why did it fall?
Because there is attraction.
Attraction of what? The paper.
Of.
The paper, you're saying that the paper is attracted to the ground.
Yeah.
What is causing the attraction though?
Everything.
What is the mechanism?
I can't explain it.
Why does it fall?
Because of gravitation. The law of gravitation.
What is happening to cause the attraction though? What is happening to cause the gravitation? What is making it fall? You're not giving me an answer as to why it's actually falling. You're just saying that's because of attraction. Okay. But why is there the attraction?
Well, because simply the earthly fact, it does. You see.
It does?
This is also.
So then it's not really it's not a scientific experiment, and it's not a hypothesis, and it's not a scientific theory.
Well, I don't know that.
Because you can't isolate gravity and say this is with gravity, this is without gravity. Well, I mean that's what they claim goes on in space.
Well,
Maybe.
definitely there is gravity.
But they don't know what it is.
Attraction.
But that's just, you're describing an effect. You're not describing what the thing in itself is. You're describing an effect. The effect is we see things falling. And I say, what is causing the falling? And you're telling me
Gravity.
because there's falling.
Gravitation.
But that's not answering the question. Because that gravity is things falling as far as I can see. But things falling doesn't explain why things fall. You can't say things fall because they fall.
It's
You can't.
gravitate because the whole Earth is affected by gravitation as everything else. Don't start doubting that.
No, I don't know whether gravity is true or not. I have my suspicions.
But why?
But maybe,
why?
look, maybe gravity is a real force. Maybe I can accept that, but I don't see what is causing it. They say space-time bending, but that's beyond me. That's like hocus pocus
the
magic.
Simply, that's causing. You just saw.
That didn't cause it. That's just something falling. That doesn't tell you why it falls.
Why?
Why it falls.
I guess we don't know.
Okay, I can accept that. We don't know. Can I ask you about stars? What is a star in the night sky?
Same as ever.
What? Okay, the same as ever. And what's that?
I don't know.
When we see stars in the night sky, stars, what are they?
Well, they are.
Twinkle little star, wonder what you are.
They are objects like Earth.
They're objects like Earth.
Yeah. Well, everything you see in the sky is an object.
How do you know it's an object like Earth?
Huh?
How do you know that well, they say, okay, let me ask you this way. Do you agree with the main narrative, the main story is that the stars are burning balls of gas very far away? They say that a star is like a sun, a burning ball of gas very far away.
Well,
Do you agree with that? And why?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. Fair enough.
Well, but I accept it as true.
You accept what as true?
All the facts that Earth is like sun, like.
Well, the Earth is round, like they say it's round like the sun, but very different because the Earth is not gas and it's not burning gas.
Well, or anything else besides Earth.
So do you accept that a star is a burning ball of gas, very very far away?
Well, burning gas. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. I don't know what a star is.
But I accept it as it makes true. It makes truth. It doesn't make any difference that it's burning. It's still material object.
Maybe, yeah.
Gravitation.
A star is a material object with gravitation.
Yeah.
But we don't know what gravitation is, and we don't know what a star is.
Yes, we know.
How do we know? You can't do a proper experiment.
We see in action every day.
Well, observing something does not necessarily prove that there is a cause-effect relationship going on. Just seeing something fall is not explaining what is the source, what is causing the falling.
Well, that's the attraction.
Where is gravity? Where do you find gravity?
Well, gravity is the thing you are talking.
But where do you find gravity?
In Earth and any other object.
Is there anywhere in the universe where gravity is not?
No.
So is gravity everywhere?
Yeah.
Then how could you ever isolate it to say this is what it is?
I don't.
If gravity is everywhere, then how can you look at it and study it if it's everywhere?
Well, I can't explain in details, but I'm sure that I could find the main line in every book. And
Okay. Well, let me tell you what I think, and you can tell me what's your reaction. I think that the Earth is the center of the universe. The sun goes around the Earth. I don't know what the shape of the Earth is. Maybe the Earth is more flat. Maybe it's round. I don't know. Maybe planets are real, but I don't know. I don't know about the moon. I mean, we see the moon is round, but we can't.
I also don't know about.
And I don't believe that stars are so many. You know, they invent these time scales to say. They say that the stars are so far away that they don't even exist anymore. That all we see is the light.
I think that
it's ridiculous.
All of these things you are doubting have been proven during the centuries. What Earth is existing and so on.
I don't think they proved it though. I just think they put forward ideas and with a lot of observations and speculations. But I don't think they actually demonstrated.
I think it's proven. Yeah.
Well, that's what many people would say that, and that's fine. But I don't see the big reason to believe in outer space. I don't even believe that space is a gigantic, infinite.
You don't even believe what?
The basic understanding of outer space, I don't have any reason to believe in it.
That there is space.
Endless, infinite space. I don't have any reason to believe in that.
Well, you see.
No, you don't. I don't see that. That's the whole thing.
Right here, you see space.
But I'm on Earth.
Around and that.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Would be the same.
No.
Would be the same thing if.
No, that's not the implication is different. But we're on Earth.
Somebody on Earth.
But we're on Earth. We're not in outer space. I can't go to outer space. As far as I can see, no one has ever gone there. They can show us pictures of strange lights in the sky and strange readings of numbers, which they claim the numbers measure densities of stars and frequencies of light. And they interpret this information as saying that there are these objects very, very far away. But that's not just because you can't see these things directly in any meaningful sense. You can't go there, you can't touch these things, you will never go there. You can only be on Earth. At least when you're in this earthly life.
I do believe the simple fact that Earth is object.
Can I go back to the moon? I know you. Can I go back to the moon? I know.
Many more like that.
Yeah. Well, that's the standard. That's the narrative. But I'm questioning that story, and that was not the main way of viewing things for most of our history. Do you think people are smarter now than they were 800 years ago? Do you think?
Say that again. What didn't happen?
Do you think people are smarter now than they were 1,000 years ago? 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Are the people smarter then or now? They didn't believe in this thing 1,000 years ago. Were people stupid 1,000 years ago? It seems to me like people are stupid today. Very stupid.
Well, what do you believe then?
Well, I believe some things. I believe in the Christian worldview that God created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and on the seventh day he rested, and he created mankind. But he doesn't say anything, that doesn't say what the shape of the earth is, gravity, nothing. There's no mention of endless, infinite space. I don't see any reason to believe in that. I think they actually created these ideas to destabilize any solidity of truth. There can't be any truth if the universe is constantly changing and expanding. It doesn't make any sense.
If you don't believe the truth, the earth is moving around sun, what do you believe?
Well, I believe that the earth is the center of the sun goes around the earth and not the other way around. Now, I can't prove that, but that seems to make a lot more sense to me.
It doesn't make sense now.
Why not?
Well, listen, I would have to write a book.
Yeah. Can I just go back to the question of the moon? Okay. They say we went to the moon in 1969. Okay. They took pictures. They took videos. They lost most of the pictures. They lost most of the video. Whatever.
Don't you believe that every scientist is wrong?
Do I believe that every scientist is wrong about what? No, not all scientists are wrong about anything.
About how to explain
about the material,
about the situation. How
I reject the the materialist paradigm. I reject the whole worldview. I reject. I don't accept.
Reject.
I reject the materialist paradigm, which says that the earth is in a cold, dead, infinitely expanding universe of cold, dead objects which have some mysterious gravity force which no one can explain. I reject that whole worldview. I take more of the more ancient worldview.
How do you explain that?
Well, I can't explain everything, but neither can they. So at the end of the day, we both just have worldviews. But which worldview has more coherency to it?
In other words...
Well, I want to ask you about the moon. Did they say we went to the moon, okay? But you don't know if we did. You don't know. But I'm telling you, that's what they say. They say we went to the moon. But then how come we never went back? If we could go to the moon,
who went to
the Americans.
Went to where?
The moon.
No.
They say they went to the moon. But I don't believe them. Because I think it's impossible. I don't even know if the moon is an object.
I haven't heard any time, anywhere, that anyone claims.
Well, the reason you probably haven't heard about it is because it doesn't get talked about much. I mean, it does, but not the same way it would have been talked about 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Maybe you've forgotten. You certainly would have known at that time. But at that time, late 60s, 70s, they were talking about going to outer space all the time. And they claimed to send missions to the moon. And this was the military. The military sent people to the moon. So they say. My question is, why haven't they been back in 50 years? It doesn't make any sense. And how come they were able to get to the moon on the first attempt? You know how that would be so dangerous. But they succeeded on the first attempt to go from Earth to the moon? No, it doesn't. It seems like a lie. They're lying. It's deception. They're not telling the truth. I think the truth is that they wanted to win the Cold War against the Russians, so they needed a propaganda. They needed a propaganda victory, and they got it.
I don't think that it has anything to do with propaganda. It's obvious.
No, it has a lot to do with propaganda, even if it happened. It's huge propaganda.
What?
Sending a man to the moon shows that you are the most advanced nation on Earth. If you can send a man to the moon, you can tell the rest of the world we have basically the best technology on Earth. We can send someone to the moon, we are the most advanced country.
And so what?
That would be a victory of propaganda to convince the enemy that he's losing. It was the Cold War. The Soviet Union and the Americans were both trying to send people into space.
Then you say that the Earth around here on which you are standing is not a natural object.
What do you mean, not a natural object? What does that mean?
Well,
I believe it was created by God. It was created by God in my worldview.
I don't understand.
The earth was created by God, not by natural, so-called natural forces, if I think I understand what you mean by that.
Well,
the earth did not just create itself.
Do you believe that?
Yes.
That earth was not created, but how?
God created the earth. I don't know how exactly. Neither do the materialists. They don't know how. They say the natural forces created the earth. And they say that gas came together and condensed from gravity pulling things. They say gravity. They can't explain what it is, but they say dust came together and made the earth, basically. On its own. A perfect sphere. Well, even if the earth is a sphere or not, I don't know, but it's like...
You are doubting the...
materialist paradigm, I doubt.
You are doubting the scientific concept of...
I don't doubt...
of Earth.
Well, what scientific concept? There's different scientific concepts. Not all scientists have the same ideas. Now, it may be a consensus, but the consensus is not always correct. Scientists in the past believe things which are false.
You are saying that this concept is wrong.
It might be wrong, but I can't prove it. But others might be able to prove this.
To prove what?
That the earth is not what they tell you it is, and that the space is not what they tell you it is, and that gravity may not even be what they tell us it is.
Well, do you have any idea of what the truth is then?
I might have ideas, but I couldn't prove them scientifically. But I think I have more reason to believe in what the ancients believed, which is that the world is not an infinitely expanding universe, cold and dark and empty, mostly with these objects which somehow created themselves from nothing. I don't believe in the Big Bang. I don't believe in the Big Bang. That, everything. I don't believe in that because it doesn't make any sense. How can something come from nothing?
What doesn't make the sense?
How can something come from nothing in the Big Bang? That's what doesn't make sense.
Say it again.
You know the Big Bang. The Big Bang, they say, where it created the universe.
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, you wrote articles about that. I remember. We were talking about the Big Bang 20 years ago. You left us documents. You wrote about it. Maybe you've forgotten. I believe God created the heavens and the earth. Now, what exactly the heavens are? Not everything is explained. You can't know everything, so we're not supposed to know everything. I believe that full knowledge is impossible and not good for us, or at least not right now. For mankind, we cannot know everything, and we should not know everything. Not now. But I don't. But these scientists who claim all these things, they think they understand everything. They don't. They don't know. They don't even know what. They don't even know what a mind is. They don't even know what's going on what is consciousness. They don't even know what that is. So I would be skeptical. I would be skeptical.
Well, it's completely useless for us to dispute, spend time discussion of the building of the universe. I think that the building of the universe corresponds to natural laws, but then some people...
Where do the natural laws come from?
But then some people don't believe that.
What are the natural laws?
Oh, I couldn't explain.
Well, one of them you would say is gravity.
Yeah, okay.
Law of thermodynamics, maybe?
Gravity, yeah.
What about logic?
You mean we can't explain how was it created?
What about numbers? Where did numbers come from?
Or how it came about? We can't explain.
Well, we can explain it, maybe not prove it, but we can give an explanation.
No, see, to explain it, first of all, they have to prove that there is such a material. Their proof consists your eyesight. There is all this material around.
In outer space?
In outer space, everywhere.
Your eyeballs don't prove that anything's in outer space.
We don't know how it was.
No, your eyeballs don't prove that anything's in outer space. You can look through. Your eyeballs don't show anything that there's something.
Okay, yeah.
All you see is fancy lights. All you see is nice lights.
Light, yeah.
That's all you see. You don't know what the light is.
I don't know. Okay, we can't explain this, but...
Okay, fair enough. But can you see why someone like me might be asking these questions? Can you see why we would want to press? We would want to know. Do you see why I might be asking these questions?
Well, because there's natural interest to know what is around. Where do you... we try to explain. Of course, we can never explain that material. That the material was sometimes created or whatever way they was created. There must have been some conditions. Yeah, but there is, and we have to accept these conditions as true, because we can see, we can feel.
Well, okay.
So that's
no, but seeing and feeling is not science. It's maybe one small part of science, but that's not real science. Seeing, feeling, hearing, touching, smelling, that in itself is not science. It's not science.
I don't know.
What do you believe, that God created the earth?
No. I do believe that our present day science must that they know how to explain up to a point. No one asks them to feel, which you realize, where did this chair came from?
Well, it came from a man in a factory.
No, and that means exactly.
But that's different from the earth.
Where does this chair and the earth and the...
But the chair and the earth, we know where a chair came from.
Where where did they come from?
Well, if a chair,
That we
if a
can't-
chair came from someone who made the chair, why didn't the earth come from someone who made the earth?
Okay, we are at the very, very end of it. We are not here.
But the chair didn't make itself.
Well, whether it was made itself or what, we don't know. We don't see how it was being made by.
I have faith. I can't prove my worldview totally. Like nothing can be proven 100%. You have to have some faith, right? You have to believe in a system of thinking. You have to have some belief, right? You have to have some faith. But do you see that the people who talk about gravity, planets, space, they have faith? Do you accept that they have faith?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Well,
We all have faith.
we have to try to explain some things, but we haven't reached the end.
You can never reach the end. You always have to have some faith. Some faith.
Yeah. Well, I would accept that also, because the original reasons don't exist anymore, and we can't imagine or create some sentence and some reasons to do explain. We just can't. This is a simple. This is the first occasion.
What do you mean the reasons don't exist anymore? What do you mean? You said the reasons don't exist anymore. Well, what do you mean?
Well,
I don't know.
well, I'll tell you, we will never probably prove on a piece of paper that Australia was created in 1010
No, I agree with you. Well, we will never prove on a piece of paper that Australia was created in 1010. That or however long ago, whatever. We can't. On a piece of paper, you can't prove anything. But also, you can't just have a telescope or a scientific instrument or whatever. You can't ever fully prove anything. But anyways, I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Hasta luego, amigos.